and we are back on the tube. We are back on the tube. We back up. We back up, and it's stuck. All right. Okay. As I was saying, thank you, Goliath. Let's get right back into it. Let me go back to my backup page, y'all. Let's just y'all worry about the tube. I'm gonna bring my backup up here, so I trust that you guys got it. Um, let me see. All right, we got the back up. Okay. Hey. Okay. Period. Yes. Period. When your birthday, girl? When her birthday? But W's to that. I like when I could get the crowd energized. Okay. I like to get the crowd going. Okay. Period. Period. All right, y'all. Well, we're gonna keep having these conversations. Why it is always about race with y'all? Why is it always about race with you, Trump supporters? You slimy motherfuckers. That's what you are. You're racist. No, I'm just joking. I'm just joking. No, I'm not. I'm not. You know. Oh yes, we could talk about that. The wins. I don't know what happened in St. Louis. That was kind of wow. But I heard Wisconsin showed the fuck out. Oh, they got me. They got me. But I appealed that motherfucker. I got my prompt ready to go, baby. I just copied and paste, ready to go. Um,
I'm blaming
out.
Aaron because I just see Aaron right now. Aaron, you're supposed to be our shield.
Mm-hmm. Aaron, I don't know. That's why I was asking. I was saying St. Louis is a wow. That's what somebody said. Um, but I heard Wisconsin was pretty cool. Like the DSA. That's what we saying now. The DSA
Get my
one.
motherfucking name out your mouth. I'm just kidding. Yeah.
Well, yeah, my name's stay in everybody's mouth.
Did you do that too? Like,
Um, girl, you wasn't here to be our shield. Somebody showed some penis up here.
yeah.
Oh, I probably sent them in. It's been a good day.
At least it was. At least
Yes,
it was worth
it
it.
was looking for you. No, I'm playing.
Yeah. At least it wasn't no centimeter Peter. You know.
Yeah, it was long schlong.
Yeah. But yeah, Aaron. Do you know anything about the St. Louis elections?
You were talking about with Bush and Wesley, and then
Mm-hmm.
what's his name? I honestly do not understand. Okay, I'm gonna be nice because I'm getting ready to go to dinner. A vendor's about to take me to dinner, so I'm gonna be very nice and calm. The fact that people thought Cori Bush had a chance to win when they forget what it was like under her first reign is insane to me. The scandals. She spent more time on TV than she was in the office.
Oh, I
She
got that right
forgot
there.
she had a whole constituency that she needed to be representing. It got to her head. So I don't understand why people actually thought she had a chance of winning.
Okay,
That's
and I'm
wild to
not
me.
following every single race because it's like
You're only
thousands
human.
of them. So who do we want? Who did people want to win that?
The white leftists wanted Cori Bush because she was their model minority leftist,
Oh,
and she
okay,
was the one how you were supposed to be if you were a black leftist. And so
oh,
whenever they
okay,
wanted to attack other black politicians, they used Cori Bush.
oh, okay.
Even though Cori Bush had all kind of ethics violations and investigations when she was funneling money to her husband's security company when she was in Congress the first time, but no one wants to talk about that
Right.
because
Okay.
the nepo leftists say she's your good black. But I digress.
All right. I don't have an opinion. I don't know. I ain't in that one. And yes,
Now,
she did. Oh my God, Bianca Belair had a baby. W's.
I will say that her platform, the stuff that
First
she
off,
was advocating
welcome.
for, the stuff
Goddamn
that
it,
she
welcome.
wanted, is what us progressives want. However, she forgot to work for the people who she represented and wanted to be this famous new leftist politician darling star and forgot to do the actual work that she was elected to do.
Oh my. Okay.
Sorry,
Got
not
some.
sorry.
All right, got some strong opinions there.
Right.
Got some people that's agreeing with you in the chat, but okay. Well, at the end of the day, we still got the general election.
Mm-hmm.
Um, oh, thank you for the
Now,
UFO. That's MAGA, y'all. That is MAGA. That's a MAGA gift, y'all. So that means that you trying to get MAGA in here. So thank you, Heather. I appreciate that.
Now, I do think, however, because the leftists have been focusing on this race, why can't I think of this man's name? I can see his face. Why can't I think of the name? Gosh, what is his name? My brain stopped working. Oh my gosh, what is his name? The one that just won.
Thank you,
What is his
Everett.
name? Oh my gosh, what is his name? Uh, Jeez, my brain literally stopped working. The man who won last night against her, black man, little mini dreads. What has happened is because of all of the eyes on that race,
Thank you, Kate.
he cannot and will Wesley Bell. Thank you, ma'am. I was like, why can't I remember this man name? This man's name. He will not and cannot um uh govern if he wins from the center. He has to be more left because that is the promise that Cori Bush gave the constituents when she was hired the first time. And that is what he has been being very more progressive than is your run of the mode, same old Democrat. So, and I tell people, don't look for buzzwords, look for policies. Look at the policies that he is saying he's running on. Look at the policies that he says that he is going to champion. And that is how you can tell if he's going to lead his constituents to be progressive enough for what they've asked him to do.
Somebody
If
said
that makes sense.
Kai, Kai said that Corey called Kamala a fascist.
Yes. Yes.
Oh,
She came out against Crockett. She came out against Kamala. Anytime the white leftists wanted to talk shit about a black politician, Corey was their gal.
Damn. Y'all sure? Okay, I'm just joking. But okay. Wow. Well, we'll see what happens in the general election.
Mm-hmm.
I'm very curious. Now we are cooking, y'all. We are cooking. Green Valley. I don't know what you're talking about. We have freedom. Duh. Nobody has said that.
First off,
Do,
welcome.
do you want to have
Goddamn
a
it, welcome.
conversation about freedom? So, yeah, Everett, there's black politicians. I see Everett hasn't changed. I like when Everett be like, wait, you're black? No. All right, y'all, let's finish these roses. Where are we in the tiers, y'all? Because I'm not playing with y'all. I got to stay on y'all about this because we'll slip right back. We are 700 coins away from the top 10%, y'all. Top 10% with the with B5. Okay, who remembers that group B5? What's that group, Queen? Was it B5? All I do is think of you. Remember that song?
Day and night.
Yeah, I used to love that song.
Damn, Billy.
All the time.
Wow. I forgot
Are you
about
gonna
that.
get up and start dancing?
I could, but I need some rain. Oh, it's raining outside. Okay, guys, if you fit, no, I'm just joking. Cause I know y'all petty. I'll be like, if you finish the goal, I'll go out and do the dance in the rain, and then somebody will fucking send it. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. Unless
Well,
somebody got it
what
like
if
that.
somebody sent you like a castle or something? Yeah, everybody. Didn't you tell me that everyone has a price? You told me
Yeah,
that when you was talking about men.
yeah, it's true. It's true. Yeah, every man got a price. Yeah, some men you could do it with a chicken sandwich, and some it might take a little bit more, effort. So,
I need to see a gyro. Or was it gyro?
oh no,
First
And
off,
that's what I was
apology.
supposed to
welcome.
say, Aaron. My
Goddamn it, welcome.
apologies. A
Mm-hmm.
gyro.
Gyro.
Yeah, sorry, I messed up my own bit. Correct. Yep, correct.
Look, I think you need an Adam's dream gift. That one's pretty hefty. And just the way
Or
that he's riding the
universe.
rocket.
Of
Well,
course,
look at the way
Queen
he's
is looking it up.
look
And
at the way
Queen,
he's
you better
riding the
not send it
rocket.
either.
I'm not sending that shit. I'm going. I can't right now. I'm saving shit for me.
Okay, hey, I want to hear that. That's fine. That's good. But you could throw a little change out here and there. But you did earlier with the corgi, so I could.
I was about to say,
Okay.
Richard.
But keep doing all of the good things, y'all. Keep doing all of the. That's what my shirt say. Support Black women and Black businesses, y'all. Shout out to Erica Shante. Shout out to her. So yep, support Black businesses, y'all. Do all of the good things, and they come in different colors and shit too. It's so cool. And my man want one too.
And don't ask for a discount.
Y'all don't ask for a discount. That is so ghetto. I'ma just be
Like,
honest. That shit is
pay
ghetto
full
as dog.
price. Shit, add a tip.
Oh,
And
Erica,
not just a tip.
that's funny. I was just talking
Aaron about
about
to
you.
have a good time.
Listen, I'm
Yeah.
hoping that. Listen, I'm hoping because of all the business I've been doing with them. I hope I do a little like sorry, not sorry. I hope they get a little something for me. That's what I'm hoping. Because you flew into Nashville to meet me, so I'm expecting something. A little checky check.
You
Something.
sound like
I mean,
like a
what-
man. I flew you out. So
I
you
flew
better
you
suck
out
it.
and shit.
You better
Like,
fucking
who
put
is
out,
this
bitch.
woman?
No, I'm just kidding. I'm expecting something for this.
Who
No,
is this woman?
sorry. She says you flew out here.
God, Lauren, that's cool. Like, it's cool
Period.
if the person has the discount going on, not if you think we just cool and just give it to me on a low type shit. Like, girl,
Because people like
if
to
y'all
do
don't
that.
yes,
It
if
be
y'all
your
don't,
family too.
that's the first ones to do it.
Yeah. Be like your cousin Pookie. Like, hey, I know you selling it for this, but can I get it for like $20?
Man, that's crazy. But then they'll go up in Walmart and spend full price for something. But then again, my cousin is still that shit. So
Yeah, I'm about to say what do you mean?
so then again, I don't know. My cousin's a little bit different, y'all. Y'all, we are 300 coins away. I don't know how. I don't know where, but we are 300 coins away, y'all. 316. Shout out to Stone Cold Steve Austin. If you don't know, then I don't know what to tell
Now
you.
you know.
That's on you.
Austin 316.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm not gonna give the origin and how that happened, and I know I'm not gonna do that because I'm gonna nerd out. But I'll just thank you so much. Thank you so much. I am amazing. Thank you so much. And I do get lost in the music. Thank you so much. Oh, Erica Hager. Somebody told you I was talking about you. Look at them being messy, girl.
No, she came in right when you were like in the middle of talking about it. She
Oh,
just came in. Yeah.
okay. Look at God.
Mm-hmm.
Period.
Okay, we support black women around
Yeah, and he
here.
wants you to look to him, Bill.
Are you trying
Anytime
to?
I can kind of slide that in there, I'm
I
gonna.
was gonna say I know that language. I'm willing to have a conversation, but I like the way you and Aaron tell stories. It's like y'all break it down, like especially like in a hood way. I like that shit. Like Noah was like, no, fuck that shit. Get on the ark, nigga. If somebody could break it down to me like that, I'll go.
Get on the argument.
W's to that arc. All right, y'all. We are $87 away from the live goal, y'all. $87 away, and we are on the tube as well. So make sure that you follow
Thank
me on the
you.
tube, and make sure that shit ain't buffering. I could turn up my mic a little bit if it's too low. Do you want me to yell? You want me to yell? I could do that. Yeah. Okay, so now we just 52 points away from getting it to B4. So somebody just go ahead and send 52 galaxies and then we'll go ahead and make it. All right, great. Let's go ahead and
52
move on.
galaxies. All right.
Let's
On it.
let's let's go ahead and move on. Oh gosh, I'll crack myself
Okay, I'm
up.
outing. Peace out. I don't know if I'll be back on tonight. I don't know how long this will be. But
It's
remember, support a
Wednesday.
black business. If you need new makeup, I'm upset because I'm out of makeup. Minted, black owned business, amazing skincare, amazing makeup, and very, very affordable. You only get it online though. But
Okay.
support it. It's great. All right, I will see you all later.
Love you. Thank y'all.
Have
Bye.
Um
fun.
yeah, she is going out to eat, y'all. W's to eating. W's to eating. Uh I don't know what I'm gonna eat for lunch. But anywho, we need to get to the news. We need to get to work, y'all. So the new CDC director is confirmed. Oh, that's my favorite. Y'all know that. The new CDC director is confirmed. Giving agency its first permanent leader in a year. She is black. And I just said she is a woman. The Senate confirmed Dr. Erica Schwartz as director of the Atlanta based CDC in a 51-44 vote on Wednesday, making her the agency's 22nd leader and the first Senate confirmed director in nearly a year. Now, Trump supporters is going to say, oh, see, racism doesn't exist. Okay, W's to her. I'm gonna give her the credit because she has her credentials, it looks like. She has a medical and a law degree plus a Coast Guard leadership experience. So she seemed more qualified than the people that's actually running the government. Right? I don't know if she would carry that out, Shane. That's a good question. I don't know. It's too early to tell. But if she don't, then they're gonna get rid of her. Let's just go ahead and call that out. But I think I'm just giving her credit. But she do seem more qualified than anybody that they've ever appointed. I think you need somebody there like that at the CDC. Because RFK don't know what the fuck he's doing. So he's a disgrace. So yeah, so we had that, and then we was discussing the midterms before we was really interrupted within the last live. We was discussing those wins in Michigan and Missouri and all of those other places and stuff like that. DSA, W's to you guys in Michigan. All right. Period. Pooh. I like a movement. I love a movement, especially a successful one. So, keep it going. Now we just got to get to the general, y'all. That's where the hard part is. So make sure that you guys are locked in and ready to go. I know most of you are registered to vote, but make sure that we are getting people registered. That's gonna be a thing in my Discord. You can't be in that Discord and you ain't registered to vote. You know that should have been one of the questions, actually, Queen. Now that I think about it, are you a registered voter? Some people actually,
That's a good question. I mean, I still have the link in my bio where you can go to register to vote. If you aren't, you
Mm-hmm.
can click it and you can register to vote from wherever. Like it's not dedicated to a specific state, but that is a actually really great question to ask. It's an important question.
Yeah, yeah. We gotta stop playing games. We gotta really really get to it. We really have to have these conversations with people that is leaning and on the fence talking to, oh, some people, I don't even know it's midterms. Okay, let's start talking to those people. Matter of fact, right now, where are my non-voters at? Come on, request up.
Where all my non-ass voters at?
Right. Letting
No
this scamming
ballot
ass nigga in
having
office.
ass. Oh, yeah. Maybe they'll come through.
Yeah. Yeah, I talked to some non-voters too with your fence leaning ass.
I mean, the way you're saying it, I don't know if they would want to
Oh,
come.
okay, sorry.
Um,
I would love to talk to non-voters and just
with
really
they fence leaning
understand.
ass, motherfuckers not out here motherfucking voting, motherfucker.
My
Like that's like,
apologies.
okay, let's change the vibe,
My
just
apologies.
a
I
little
chose
bit.
violence. Right, guys, I'm willing to have a conversation with non-voters as well to see why do you guys not vote. I want to hear you out, and maybe we could try to get you to, you know, do your civic duty. I think that's fair. Thank you so much for your attention to this matter. And FBAs, I don't want to talk to you because you stress me out, and I'm having a good day. All right, y'all. Let's get through these hard puffs. Let's keep tapping the screen. Let's do all the good things. If you guys have any information on the elections that I didn't go over that you want to let me know about, you could request up and we could talk about that too because all of that is important. All right. You're the only blue voter in your polling place. I don't envy you, but I appreciate you for still going out and voting because your vote still matters. Thank you so much for still participating. Remember, that's how this works, okay? Our democracy works by us participating. We have to do the hard things. All right? W's to K working in the polls yesterday. I worked the polls a couple of times. It wasn't the polls you thinking about, but I've done it. I've done it. Uh I was thinking about being an election judge. I think I'll actually make a good one. I think I would be a very good election judge. I looked up the criteria of what I need to do, and I looked at the qualifications. Of course, I'm qualified. But yeah, yeah. So yeah, please join into your elections because they're gonna try to intimidate people at the polls. All right, especially in brown communities, we need to be careful about that. But we'll see. We will see, guys. I am very optimistic about what is coming in the future. Okay, I totally forgot we had a phone number too. Um, they could do the phone number as well. I need to probably put that up. Y'all, vacation just totally throws you out of whack. It throws you out of whack. Okay, so I apologize about that. Um, and and I was trying to figure out why is it that Trump supporters are still clinging on to somebody that is clearly lying to them, and they could easily look up this information. They choose not to. They literally choose not to. They choose to be ignorant. They choose to be uneducated, and that is a problem. I mean, think about the people that we've had up here where we've showed the evidence and then they just move to the next point. If somebody was debunking me about Joe Biden, Kamala Harris, Obama, and stuff like that, I would be like, oh shit. I'd be like, oh my damn. Riot, calm down. You know, but they have no shame in their game, baby. No shame, no decorum. That's why Congress is a hot mess. They let all of those people get into Congress and just be chaos agents. The House of Representatives is like a it's like a fucking child's playground. And this is our government that we're talking about. The person right now that is leading a war in Iran is accused of being an alcoholic. The person that is in charge of our health said that he snorted fucking rugs off of a fucking toilet seat. And then they got a fucking video of them, drinking milk and shit. What is happening? What is actually happening? How is this okay? And you see, I try to give it to them sometimes. I'm like, you're intelligent. If you just think about this, they still don't want to do it. And that's what led me to this prompt here. It got to be about race. It's about race. It's about transgender people. It's about women. It's all about all of that. It ain't about no fucking policies. Donald Trump could literally say 1 + 1 = 3, but I would kick transgender people out and they would be like, okay, I'm good with that. And I'm sorry, a lot of people think like, oh, well, Donald Trump is taking away their health care and stuff and they're going to feel it this time. And you don't know how he worked their mind, do you? He's disappointed them before. Do you understand the power of racism, sexism, misogyny, homophobia? That's all he got to throw at them. You think that they give a fuck if their health care has been taken away? Or if they got to pay a little bit more at the grocery store? Like the guy said the other day, prices always go up. They didn't say that under Biden, but of course they would say that under him. This is who they are. So that would trump everything. That's why they have 6 teeth. And their homes have wheels on it. And they married their granddaughter. They have no morals. The biggest thing they've ever seen was a fucking tractor. And them standing on top of it. That was the highest thing. And they thought it was a skyscraper. And it was just a tall piece of fucking hay. This is their experience. So, of course, they don't give a fuck about that. Truck drivers paying crazy amounts in diesel. But they talking about where Donald Trump got rid of illegal immigrants because they was taking over on the road. And then you show them, no, they wasn't. They still don't give a fuck. So, I have no faith in them. The only ones I have faith in is independents who voted for him. Those are the only people that I think that we're going to get on our side when it comes to the midterms. But that back in the day where we flipping them and doing all of that, they too bought into this shit. They don't care about no policies. Everybody keeps saying, like, if you present to them they don't care about that. You could go to Pennsylvania and talk about that probably. But you're not going in rural Kentucky talking about that. That's just my opinion. I could be wrong, but I don't have any faith in these people. And they keep saying they so American until they're not. They so American until J6 happens. They so American until you pardon the J6ers. Again, you could wrap yourself up in a flag, literally. Wrap yourself up in a flag. That don't mean that you're America first. You can make that your slogan or your campaign. That don't mean that you're America first. So I don't know what to say to that. I have no faith. And I'm curious to see what they're going to do after he leaves. And notice that they're losers. Like, these movements that come around in our nation's history, they don't even last long. Like, the Confederates, look how long that lasted. It's just we talk about it a lot, so you think it lasted more than it did, but like they fail at everything that they do. So it didn't last that long. Yeah, Trump is Trump first. But in a weird way, I think they know that. Because they think that if Trump is first, that's me thinking that I'm putting my family first. You feel me? I think some way in some twisted way, they thinking like that. I put my family first. He put his family first. You weird. If you do think like that, I'ma just flat out say you weird. And you don't understand what the job of the presidency is. And that's another thing that irritates me too. I know I'm ranting, but that's another thing that irritates me is when they say, "Oh, well, I just support the president." Okay, not only is that blind loyalty, that's weird, but you might respect the office of the presidency. That's fine. But you don't have to respect the person that's sitting behind the office all the time. I mean, what is that? So if Hitler was behind the desk, you would support him? I mean, what is that? They think again that's some American patriotism shit. I just support the president. But you said that Joe Biden had dementia. I wish I was on here when Biden was in office. I'm curious to see what the arguments will be. So, all right, y'all. I need y'all to tap the screen. We need to get to 50,000 likes. All right. And if you voted for this president, go ahead and request up. Go ahead and request up. And we are just looking for Trump supporters, y'all. And we got $84 left. Somebody do the math. Goliath, hit the math. Not 80 people, Goliath. I gotta yell at Goliath, but that's our relationship. He look forward to me doing it. And we low-key flirt with each other, so it's okay. We're gonna get to 50,000, y'all. We're gonna do that. Yeah, I'm oppressed. Yes, if that's what gets you up here. Yes, I'm oppressed. I'm so sick of being oppressed. Um, you could request up. Yep, yep. I'm oppressed. Okay, that worked. Hi, Buster. Are you a Trump supporter?
Hell yeah.
Okay.
Go.
And I'm asking Trump supporters, why is it always about race with y'all?
It ain't.
It ain't.
It's not.
Okay.
Like, give me. Let me explain to you. Black people, they like 12% of the population, but they
it's
commit
it's
56 of the
it's not
crime.
it's not 12. If you're gonna slur, at
I
least
just,
get
I
the
just,
13. It's 1350 or something that you're thinking about that you're trying to say, and that's not accurate. Why is it that white people, if white people are so pure and so righteous, why is it that you guys have to structure per capita when you all are the majority and you commit the majority of the crime? You know you don't have to commit the majority of the crime.
But
What would
like,
be what hold on, let me help you out here because I think you need this. What would be a bigger flex is if we took per capita out of it and then or 14% of the black population committed most of the crime and white people are the majority. That would be a flex. I'd be like, damn, black people is fucking
bruh,
crazy.
bruh,
Because but you're using per capita and shit like that's a cop out.
but a young man, a young black man deciding to grab a gun and do a mass, in the hood.
Oh, black people don't do mass pew
Oh,
pews.
we can use per
That's a white
capita.
statistic.
A mass
We can
PQ by
use. Hey
definition is
Why
Buster.
he
three or
say in the
four
hood?
casualties.
Hey Buster. We can use per capita. Me and you. But just before we do that, right? I want to make sure that you actually know the difference between these two, right? So we have arrest. Does arrest equal conviction?
Hell no.
Okay. So you use table 43, correct?
Yeah.
Guys, can we finish
Hey,
these silly
do me a
faces?
favor.
Thank
Do
you.
me a favor, right, Buster? Look at the top of that table. Table 43, 2019. I know it by heart. Look at the top of it. The very top is something written in yellow. Do that and then come back to me real quick, okay?
But you ain't understand what I'm talking about.
No, I understand what you're trying to talk about. So again, do me a favor.
Thank
Table
you.
43, because that's what you're using.
I been did that.
Yeah, what does it say at the very top of that, Tiger? Buster?
I gotta pull it up. I ain't got it
Yeah,
with me.
yeah, that's the table you
Yeah.
reading. So you should actually read the very top, and you should also read the very bottom, not just a middle part of it. So Buster, Ari, do me a favor. We're not even gonna talk about the bottom part because then you're gonna really crash out from the bottom part. So I just want you to look at the very top. It says something in yellow writing. Hey Bill, hey Queen.
Hey, Naquan.
Hey.
As soon as I scroll in, I heard 1350. Like, goddamn, are they not tired
Is
of
it 13?
1350
Okay, it
yet?
is 1350. Okay, I thought so. Yeah.
Gotta blame
Yeah.
white people. White
He
people
said
do it.
12. I'm like, what? At least get it right if you're going to use it.
So Buster, I know you're not gonna look,
Thank
so
you, Lauren.
I'm gonna help you out. I'm gonna
Thank
help you out,
you,
Buster.
Drea.
Yeah, in the very top corner, there's is arrest is written in yellow. And the very top corner, arrest is written in yellow. So we both agreed upon that arrest doesn't equal conviction, right?
Yeah, the black people getting away with the shit.
No. Lock in. We when I first came up here and I asked you this, you said arrest doesn't equal conviction. We agreed upon this, right?
By definition, yeah.
So you.
Not
Okay,
by
go ahead. I'm
definition,
sorry. I'm sorry.
legally. And in no reality does arrest equal conviction because guess what, Buster? You can be arrested, go to the police department, they could fingerprint you, they could take your photo. All of that goes into the system. Also, FBI,
But the police
just gonna enlighten you,
they
it's
don't get that.
self-reporting, which means it's not mandatory. It's not mandatory. Nobody is required to report to the FBI. Also, once that is in the FBI system, them numbers is never removed. So let me ask you a question. Right? This is gonna hurt your feelings too, and it's okay. You can cry in your truck.
And
Why
I'll
don't
let
y'all
you
ever?
respond because he getting beat
Why,
up.
why don't y'all ever use the sentencing website? If you want to know that, I know that by heart too. It's the USSC.gov sentencing website that actually account for convictions.
That shit not valid. That shit.
No. It's not valid because it approved that white people, white men to be exact, commit
Why?
the most crime.
You ain't even looking at the other statistics,
No,
bro.
no, 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 no. Again, I do facts. I don't. FBI. I already debunked you. FBI told you
FBI.
not to use.
So you
The,
ain't trust the FBI?
Hold on,
yeah.
y'all.
No,
Hold on,
so
y'all. Hold on. Who y'all cannot hear? I don't know who y'all. Y'all just saying we can't hear. Hear who?
it's Buster.
Yo,
The AAVE is
Move.
fucking crazy.
What is he
type
saying?
shit.
Move,
No,
Strider.
ain't
Damn.
no type shit. I'm gonna need y'all to
Oh,
stop
Buster is low.
trying to
Okay.
be like y'all really want to be down. You're mediocre.
I'm from the hood, bro. You ain't know me.
The hood don't mean black, motherfucker.
I'm from East Side.
Hood don't mean black, motherfucker. Stop trying to be black.
I got black friends.
Like y'all really riding on our pubic hair, and it's crazy.
I got the
got-
bingus with me right here.
Like the riding on black people pubic hair is fucking bananas.
Been in that community.
You ain't been in
you
that
need to
community.
turn. You need to.
You've been
Yeah.
around people from that
Yeah.
community.
Nobody.
You
Look.
can't be in that community because you're not part of that community.
I've been in the projects, bro.
The projects was for white people.
Nobody cares about your rage bait. Okay.
You don't know me like that.
Yeah, the projects was built for white people.
But
Again, you can't be in the black community because you are not part of the black community. You've been around the black community.
But these
two different things.
They trying to get away from that community so they don't get killed.
Yeah. Hey, again. So as I was embarrassing you. Sentencing website will prove that every
That's what I was
crime,
trying to-
whether it's cheating with the family dog.
No, I adjusted it, y'all. Hold on, let me try this thing. I'm gonna try something real quick. Seriously, Buster, try to say something because I'm just trying this new.
Run up on your op.
Say it. Say it again.
Run up on your op.
Okay, hold on. All right, now say it again.
Run up on your op.
Did y'all hear him say that? Because it's a way that okay, it's a way where we could. It's okay. I'll tell y'all after this. I'll tell y'all after this. But I got a new way of muting people. You are all right. Let me go ahead now. You are so fucking stupid.
Explain your reasoning.
Like you trying to rage bait and that shit not working. That shit whack as fuck. Like
now when a guy that come out here,
are you here to have a discussion or are you
Well,
just
Bill,
mad
I think that I think he loves black culture because he appropriates it.
no, when a white man come up here and he part of the community,
you're not in
What
the community.
You're not in the community. Poor doesn't equal black. Slap nuts.
I got friends in the community.
No, Quan. Just him talking like that don't make you
Yeah,
part
just
of the
because
community.
you
Like,
fucked a
I
black
got
guy
Domi-
doesn't
I
mean
got
that you're in the
Dominguez.
community, Buster.
I got
Just be-
Antoine Dominguez. I can bring them all up on here.
Buster. Just because Antoine fucked you does not make you a part of the black
Oh no,
community.
we fucked the hoes.
No. Just because he fucked you doesn't make you a part of the community. Okay.
Right. Just because
Like
just
a lot of you think that's how that works, but like the BBC in you does not make you part black.
We're allies.
No, y'all not. No, y'all not. You would have been a doger back in my day. You'd have been the motherfucker that was rolling my blunts, going to the store, and all of that type of shit.
I'll do that for you.
I'd have been making you buy weed so I didn't have to buy it. You'd have been my doger.
Okay.
You would have been the clankers.
Yeah, no. And again, even behind bars, you'd have been washing my drawers.
Hell nah, I wouldn't have.
Yeah, you would have. Trust me, you would have.
Shit, to me that sound.
Trust me, you would have.
Package deal.
You would have been washing my drawers if you'd have been behind bars when I was behind bars. Trust me.
You would be my meerkat.
Your conversary would have been mine.
So are you done now, Buster, getting beat up?
I stand 10 toes.
Okay. You're not okay, so you're not getting to me with that. You could keep trying it. I'm about to try to have a real conversation because you talking more like hood and shit than me.
Am I talking to you or am I talking to Naquan?
So you're talking to me. I'm trying to have a conversation and run my show, and you're really, really causing a huge distraction right now. So
you trying to play story time.
So do you need to drop and then maybe come back later when you're not feeling yourself?
What's your claim?
Okay. So my claim is that it's always about race because your grandfather and stuff is a racist piece of shit. Okay, because he's scared of people like my grandfather, who was actually a businessman and a carpenter. Okay, all right. So let's start from there. All right, how mediocre your people is and why the crime rates is going up in your neighborhoods, but you're concerned about the black communities. And it's funny that you came up here and you talking about the black community, but you talking about your inner community, but you was just talking shit about it. The white community is actually detrimental to America. What's happening right now? Opioider. Are you a opioider? Do
I
you
don't
own a
do drugs.
medicine cabinet?
I don't do drugs. I don't do that shit.
Okay. So you know to take an Advil from Walgreens and not from the corner.
I drink water and food,
Okay,
regular
well you
food.
need to go tell your counterparts that they need to just take the ibuprofen that the doctor gives them and not something that a fucking methane or what is it Matthew, thank you Heather,
Methany.
Methany, yeah, not methany they gave them, okay? All right. So don't come up here talking about what we're doing. Okay,
Listen,
you got
listen.
hey, you guys unalive children and touch them. Okay, let's. Do you want to dive into that?
We can. We can talk about
Okay,
white.
all
We can
right.
talk about white
Let's
people.
do that. All right, cool. All right, cool. Then let me do my
Look,
mod announcement. Then we're gonna talk about white
First
people.
off,
That's
Nah,
exactly
you
what I
too
welcome.
want to
nice
do.
to them.
Goddamn it,
Hell
welcome.
no, you too nice to them.
Uh,
Hey, no, you too nice to them. Get y'all goddamn fingers out of them goddamn dark places. Don't wipe them off. Wipe them off. I really don't goddamn care. But them likes are too low. I've seen Bill on the For You page, and them reposts are very low. So everyone hit that arrow button and hit the yellow button that say repost. Also, why y'all putting through Bill and Queen through this? The block. Why y'all putting Bill and Queen through this right now? I should have never had the request up. Like the block. The block. We know he ain't spinning the block, but I need y'all to spin that block real quick. Also, share the live out with your meemaws, peepaws, sister, cousin, brother, wife, uncle, father, the sheepdog in the backyard. Share it with that one weird ass uncle that tells all his nieces, "Are you sure you my niece?" Yeah, those are the type of people we want to have conversations with. Let's do all of the good things.
just like my shirt says. Yep, y'all. We got $84 left, and like Naquan said, if y'all want to play the game, y'all know how to kick it off. Okay, Buster. So yeah, white people is responsible for getting Donald Trump in office, like you voted for him too as well. Donald Trump has trampled all over the Constitution. Donald Trump has failed on his immigration policy, and now he's becoming desperate and he's going against the Constitution because he's trying to make his numbers. He's going after the Smithsonian Museum, releasing a 252-page to me, I guess it's a fucking racist rant about how woke ideology is inside of the museum and how we need to start taking the
First
bad
off,
parts out
welcome.
and just
Goddamn it,
start
welcome.
talking about the quote good parts. Why are you supporting somebody like this that has an endorsement from the Power Boys, the Oath Keepers, and the Three Percenters and Q?
we got two different definitions of racism. I think. I
Okay,
think
what
that's the
is
problem.
racism to you? Because you're around black people, so you should know what racism looks like. What is racism to you?
Wait, for starters, you think the definition tell you what racism is?
I'm just, right. That's why I'm just curious. What is it, sir?
It's being
What is it?
discriminatory to the colored person of color for their race, for their color, for their type. That's my definition.
This motherfucker type stupid.
And he slipped and said coloreds.
But look,
I have a question for you. Does a definition tell you how something works?
type shit.
I don't
It
know what
don't.
you're. Hold on, Naquan. I need you to answer the question because I don't speak whatever the fuck you're saying. Does a definition tell you how something works?
Most def.
Okay, so I need you to tell me or go look up what the definition of a headphone is.
Person thing you put around your ears to listen.
Does that tell you how? So does that tell you how it works?
You gotta go to engineering. You gotta go to what creates audio.
Unfortunately, Ari.
So are you going to answer my question?
Thank you.
I did
You
answer.
didn't.
Thank
So
you.
the answer is no. a definition doesn't tell you the functionality of something.
Right. Like look
Correct.
up a definition of a car. It
How
doesn't tell
about
you how
this?
to drive it.
Look up the definition of an orgasm.
But the
Which
shit will exist because there's a
Look
definition.
up the definition of an orgasm. Does it tell you how it works?
It tells you what it is.
No, it
right.
doesn't. It
Ex-
doesn't.
But
exactly. That's my point.
Oh,
right.
look,
It
there's
it
like
doesn't
So
tell you
listen,
how it works.
Buster, listen to me. Definitions do not tell you the functionality, right? So when we're talking about racism, we're talking about the functionality of racism, right? The last three letters, ism, when it's added at the end of a word, it can indicate an actual system. And in this context, racism is indicating a system of race, as racism, right? It's an actual system. When you are a racist, you are utilizing that system. Either you're doing it on purpose or inherently, right?
well, look, if you're in a high school and you see like someone like me,
Hey, Buster, first of all, you can't even use definitions in high school as a primary source. And I know this because even the dictionaries will tell you that these
I
are
need a title for the
descriptive,
game, yo.
not prescriptive. They also tell you that this is how words are used colloquially in society. It doesn't tell you what something 100% is or how it functions.
but it's like
It's how we use the word. It doesn't tell you exactly what something is.
I don't see myself as racist. I see myself as a racial realist. You have to grapple that people are tribal. That like you go into a high school and you see some white kid with he an anime kid. He look like a loner and he grabbed a backpack. I'm gonna run. Similarly, you see a gangbanger in the hood with a Dodge Challenger. I'm gonna run too. It goes both ways.
Yeah, Buster, you're stupid. You should have been mouthwash.
That's
You
not
you
what we're
sh-
talking about. You're talking about prejudice. We're talking about racism, nigga.
Same
Where
thing. It's the
where
same thing.
motherfuckers go inside of a bank and because they're black, they don't get a fucking loan. Do you understand that? Do you get that? Or do you get that when you have a job, you have to put that you live at a different address? Because if they know that you live in a specific area, they don't trust that. And so you don't get the fucking job. And don't tell me that don't happen because I was a manager. And I know that that happened. I had to convince my boss who was racist and have been accused of ethical violations to HR and things like that. So I know that happens in more than just where the fuck I work. So
But
don't tell me about that. And yes, I'm
don't
using
support
the
that.
anecdotal evidence, and I don't give a fuck. I'm doing it today because it's my motherfucking platform. And that
Don't
did
support that.
happen. And his name is Gino Turallo. And fuck that nigga. The fuck?
Oh, wait, Buster. First, before you go, Buster. To all my people in here, we know what today is. Happy
Somebody
Folding
birthday?
Chair Day. No, it's Happy
Oh.
Folding Chair Day. Um, get ahead and be black as fuck today. Today we'll go down and fuck around and found out history, Hall of Fame. Happy Chair Day to all of my people out there. If you know, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, his ass sitting there looking at the applications talking about, well, I don't know if they're going to be able to make it out here. I'm like, Gino, I literally live in the same neighborhood. Yeah, but you have a car. How you know they don't have a car? That's what I'm saying. That's what y'all do. And y'all don't realize that y'all doing it. Y'all are racist. You're racist. And he's a Trump supporter. So I'm definitely still talking about Trump voters. Kamala
Look.
Harris, we'll talk about that later.
Look, if you think Trump racist, he secured the release of LeVar Ball and Kodak Black.
Oh my gosh. Let me go suck his. Oh, it's the daytime show.
Wait,
Oh my
Buster.
gosh.
How you gonna say
Buster.
that?
Wait, Buster. Do you think the proximity to blackness negate racism?
Thank you for ignoring that, Naquan.
Hell
that
no.
was worth addressing.
Okay, so him saying I got a black friend or I did this for a black friend or I did this for a black person does not negate racism. Hey, slave owners used to give black people slobs and thought that they was actually feeding them and saying, look, I'm good to you. That doesn't negate racism, my guy. Y'all
But
say
if
the
you-
stupidest
we're
shit
about to
out
play
your
the
mouth.
game. I'm over it.
If he really hated that shit, he secured the release of LeVar Ball.
Okay, and I don't give a fuck about him.
If he hated black people, he wouldn't have done shit.
No, he actually wanted to take away funding from HBCUs. It was a black congresswoman that actually told him that he could not do that. She kept her foot on his neck. We could also talk about Yusuf Hawkins that happened the same year as the Central Park 5 shit, but yet he did not put out an article talking about that black man, that black teen that was just trying to go buy a car, and because of racist as people in Brooklyn, New York, they unalived him, beating him with bats and stuff. But yet he put out an article for the white woman, but said fuck the black kid that was going to buy a car.
But,
That was
but
DEI.
hold on, Naquan. Let's talk about what he did in his administration. He's talking about one person, something ball. So
LeVar Ball,
he does one thing for one guy, but then he
Kodak Black,
fires.
NBA YoungBoy.
Stop speaking. Stop speaking while I'm speaking.
I'm
It's
calling you out.
unbecoming. It's unbecoming of you as a grown ass adult. He does one thing for one black guy, but he fires 300,000 black women and take away their livelihood.
It's DEI.
Block
No.
Daddy, thank you for the 5 cent for the Italy trip. Thank you, y'all. We are playing our game. Game is activated now.
Why
Wait.
you're not even saying the acronym correctly? I guess you don't care about people with disabilities.
It says DEI on the
You're
internet.
not saying the acronym correctly.
Trump
It's like
says
you don't care about
DEI.
people with
The news says
disabilities.
DEI.
It's DEIA. A stands for accessibility.
The hell did A come
So
from?
are you telling me that white people have never served this country or have ever been disabled?
Yeah, but where the hell A come
So
from?
white people have never served this country or have never been disabled? Is that what you're telling me?
That's a whole different realm. That's a whole
No,
different
it's not, because in DEIA, are you telling me there aren't any white people that are LGBTQIA+?
Hell yeah.
Yeah, so they're included in DEIA. So I don't understand how immediately you're blaming that, like you think that DEIA means NIGGA. It's not, that's not specifically about race.
Yeah, I gotta do typically
Wait,
with race.
slap nuts. Hold on, slap
Nope.
nuts. Do you think that DEIA is a new thing?
I always heard DEI. Where the
Yeah,
A come
that's because your president is uneducated. So again, do you think DEIA is a new practice?
That's new to my ears.
Lock in, slap nuts. Do you think DEIA is a new practice?
Right now it is.
No, it's not. It's been around since the 1960s. See, this is the problem with mediocre white people. Listen to other mediocre white people. Your president don't know when the fuck it started. So I'm gonna light you a little bit on DEIA, and then I'm gonna go back on mute. So just because let's say that your mother, when she got pregnant, depending on her age, she wasn't able to get paternity leave, and if she did, it was very fucking short, or she would lose her job. Your father, depending on his age, also benefits from that. We could talk about nurturing rooms on military bases. That falls under DEIA. Daycares inside of these big businesses, corporations, they put daycare inside of them. That also falls under DEIA. And the best one for me is blind hiring, because it just shows how mediocre white people are, well, white men are. Because blind hiring removes your age, your name, your sex, and your gender, and the only thing they can go off of is your merits.
Yeah, I'm gonna address that, Liz. Just give me 1 second. Mike, thank you for the 5 cent. I just spun the block. He put the K at the end, but Mr. Mike, we gonna forgive you for that one. But we don't put the K at the end because we don't do the triple up in this bitch. But apparently some people do. But I just spun the block. Please put this bitch in the game. Thank you. They hate us because they'll never fucking be us. That is so true. He want to be us so bad, Mr. Mike. He want to be us so bad. And Maya, thank you so much for the $10 said. Fade in the water. Time to send B-Rad back to the birds where he belongs. Yes, that's what we say in Chicago. Take your ass to the motherfucking suburbs, nigga. Like, your ass want to be a city boy so motherfucking bad. W's in the chat, y'all. W's in the chat. We are almost halfway through, y'all. We almost halfway through. Now, I just want to say, guys, DEIA is not a policy. It's not a Congress thing. It is a company based thing. Companies started implementing the A in DEIA. All right. And so Queen has experience. I have experience in DEIA, and we both came from companies that implemented it. And both me and her company said that And so that's personally why we were saying it, because we want to acknowledge the disabled community and make sure that we appreciate that. But Google might not always say that, because the phrase that
Exactly.
goes around is DEI, DEI, DEI. Because but the actual phrase that you could look it up, there's plenty of articles about diversity, equity, inclusion, and accessibilities, and it says that they have pamphlets and every. You see it, Liz? Okay, yep. That's
Yeah,
because
Yeah.
it's business based.
Yeah, because if you think about it, like the fact that we were even able to work from home is possible because there were DEIA policies for accessibility reasons that they were already equipped to be able to work remotely, or even having things like captions included, like on your quote town hall meetings, right? Just to give you a couple examples. Go ahead, Nikwan.
Yeah.
Yeah, so since Trump took office, DEI, the A has been removed from DEIA, which is fucking bananas.
Exactly.
Um, the A, it has been there for quite some time. It's literally accessibility, not just designed for disabled people, but when I just mentioned the breastfeeding rooms on military base, that falls under accessibility to the mothers that have kids. Daycares inside of businesses, they provided these type of programs for accessibility to parents that cannot afford daycare at a rate that's fucking out of control. So a lot of them be free or at a discounted rate for the company employees. So a lot of things fell under DEIA. Fucking hate Google. Google say that it's Gulf of America too. This
It
is why I tell
is. It
people,
changed.
no, it's not. You can't just change a fucking name like that.
Yes, you can. Not
I
McKinney.
if Buster, I
Stupid.
would explain that, because even my little brother thought that. I would explain that to you, Buster. It did not change.
It's
They're,
America.
the only people that say that is stupid people in America. You can't change a body of water like
But
that.
damn,
I don't.
Naquan, my little brother just a
That's
little,
why Trump got the most power.
it's too much
Oh
Call of Duty.
gosh.
Okay, he hit the wood a little bit too much. But once I told him, he was like, "Oh, okay."
See,
But
it's the difference, but it's a difference between being ignorant and woefully ignorant. Buster is woefully ignorant.
He got power
yeah.
to change the ocean. Think about
Okay,
that.
yeah, he just trolling at this point. Heather, thank you for the $2. Said, boot this Buster Montgomery Brawl style. That's why I put this up, Alabama style kick, because this is gonna work as a perma too, because I don't appreciate that. Damon, are you a Trump supporter?
Hey Bill, how's it going? It's Truth Teller.
Oh, Jesus fucking Christ.
Hey, truth teller,
You know
was
what? It
just
was
on.
funny watching you get dragged in Caso's live and Naquan actually coming up and exposing you. I thought that was great.
Yeah, why do you keep changing your names every time you get exposed? You change your name and your profile every time you get
No, it's
exposed.
just a different account. I got 30
Yeah,
accounts.
why
like
do
I
you
said
keep?
Well,
before.
Why do
guys,
you
I'll
keep?
make a deal with y'all. If y'all knock this out, I'll perma both.
Why you
Yeah,
gotta
why do you?
permaban me, Bill? I didn't
I
say
didn't
Because
say.
why
you
do
I
to
didn't
you
get
say.
keep?
I
permaban.
said a perma is a shark. We gonna watch.
So
It's Shark Week in
Perma boof?
Discord. Yeah.
why do you keep coming into people's spaces for? You originally started on this app
Not a
pretending to be
space is a
gay.
political debate.
No. You're not welcome.
He don't like when he get called out.
You're not welcome. I don't like people like you. You lied literally about being stage 5 chemo failure.
Whoa.
Kidney
Come
failure,
bro,
which
your mother had renal failure. You should
no,
know.
she had kidney failure. I
Correct,
gave
renal
her the
failure.
dialysis.
Yes,
This is how I know that you do
I've
not
had
be at
this
stage
conversation with you.
5. You
Wait,
do
you're a
not be at
scammer?
stage 5 and
I had
don't get
a kidney
dialysis.
transplant 7 weeks ago.
You do not be at stage 5 and don't do
I
without
had a kidney
dialysis.
transplant 7
Yeah,
weeks
but
ago,
you
Naquan. We've been through
you
this.
never had dialysis. You said you was
Correct.
at
I
stage
never had.
5.
Fortunately, I never had to do dialysis.
At
Correct.
stage 5, it is mandatory for dialysis. I know this.
We've been
I
over
did my
this,
mother's
bro.
personally. I still have the machine here.
Yes, bro.
I
We've been
literally
over
still have the
this.
machine here.
We've been over this many times.
And you're a liar, dude.
Yeah,
I'm not. You want to see my
that's
scar?
it's one thing to argue the politics and stuff, and but if you are lying about this, like, you are the lowest
I'm
piece
not.
of
I
shit
just
that
had a
I
kidney
probably have
transplant
ever
7
met
weeks
on here.
ago.
Okay, like I said, that's not my place to do
And
that,
Quan, unfortunately, is
but
mistaken.
but I'm telling you right
He
now,
was
like
told some bad
if
info.
if any of that is true, I'm just letting you know now. Like that's what
Oh,
I
I
tell
agree. If
you
anyone
know,
faked
like
anything like that, it's
Kidneys,
horrific.
when you're going through kidney failure,
thank you, that is not no.
that means your body does not flush out your system.
The
It is
toxins, correct.
Right.
mandatory to have a
Toxins build up in your
machine.
system, you get inflated.
Shush, I'm
Correct.
talking. I'm talking. It is mandatory when you're stage 5 kidney failure
How do we
for
get to
your
this topic?
system to be flushed out by a machine. Either you could do it home or you can do it in a center. He's lying.
Yes, dialysis.
It's no
3
way
hours
you
a
at,
day for
and
3
you
days a
said
week.
you
I know.
never did dialysis. I literally still have the recording.
I got shot.
I literally still have the recording. It's no way for you to be stage 5 kidney failure. That means that your system is not functioning and flushing out your kidneys on its own. So you have to go through
Oh,
dialysis
thank
for them to
you.
pump you with that fluid and then flush it the fuck back out. I know it by heart, my guy. I
Yes,
did
'cause
it
the
for my
fluid
mother
builds
for
up in
2
your legs
years.
and in your
Yeah,
your
hold on,
fluid builds up.
Hold on, Naquan. I actually want to address something. Buster, Buster.
Yo.
Like I said, you think that you're like triggering me or doing something, and it's not working. Do you know about? Do you know?
Get
Do you know? Don't
you
do
get
that with me. Don't do that with me. Do you know about getting shot?
you slam dunk my own ball. You ain't
Do you know anything about getting shot?
Hell no.
hell yeah.
Okay.
No, you don't.
Have you ever spoke to a mother that lost a
Hell yeah.
child to
Hell
gun
yeah.
violence?
My brothers.
You know, guys, this is a classic example of internet people being internet trolls because these motherfuckers would do all of this and then go in front of their friends and pretend like none of this had happened. This is what they do.
I've been in the trench.
And I wish that his friends had a TikTok and stuff where they would hear this because they will whoop his ass if they really heard him talking like this.
I bring Dominguez up for
You know, so you could leave, honestly.
He'll bring the what? He just said the N-word, though.
concede your debate.
You said what?
Concede.
He said he'll bring the niggas up.
Oh yeah,
Dominguez.
that's right.
I thought he said minions, didn't he?
So as I was saying, fake ass person, you don't do stage 5. I still have the machine. Stage 5, you're not functioning. Your kidneys
Yeah,
not
your
functioning.
kidneys aren't filtering. Correct.
Yes, so you have to go to dialysis. For you to say that you've never been on dialysis and stage 5 is cap.
So yeah, over 3 years, my function dropped
it's
from
cap.
15 down to 7.
It's cap, my guy. It's cap. Play with somebody that did not do this type of stuff. I did it for 2 years.
Yeah, I'm not playing again. So my kidney function dropped from 15% to 7%, and then I went and got the surgery 7 weeks ago. My creatinine from that time jumped from 400 to 850. My kidneys kept getting worse and worse and worse, like they were supposed to, and then eventually I had to go through with the surgery.
You do not go. First of all, you do not get to go through surgery without actually having your kidneys functioning. They not functioning, but to a state that
Yes,
you
they
can
were still
actually.
functioning at 7%.
No. 7%. They're not going. This for 7%. They're not going to automatically do your transfer. Definitely, if you never do dialysis,
I was clear to get surgery, my friend.
They have to flush your system out. The kidneys are not functioning, which is not flushing out your body. You're lying, my guy. You're lying. So I don't see why you keep coming into spaces. I don't know if you need a friend or something, but I told you before, because you lied about this shit, if I was to ever see you in person, I don't know why y'all play with these.
The shit that you said about racism, like, we're not friends. Like, I don't know why you had that impression. Like, I've heard you say some egregious ass shit when it came to things being up here. Like y'all have it really mistaken up here. Y'all really do. But
I can understand that hate is a thing, but as far as racism is concerned, I don't believe in race personally. I think our best way for us to move forward is just to stop thinking that someone's white and someone's black
Okay,
and
you
someone's
get
brown.
to right. You get to do that. I don't get
We're
to
all
do that,
light skin
motherfucker.
melanin, dark skin melanin.
Okay, if I go to it, do you know
shade
what a
melanin.
Canadian? Do you know what a Raya? Stop acting like a child.
A what?
Do you know what a sundown town is?
A sundowner town? I've heard the term.
Sundown town. Where
I've
black
heard of
people
sundowning,
go
not
in, and
sundown
then
town.
a sundown town is a matter of fact, Google it. Google it. And let me know what you come up with. And you tell me if the black people that's living in those areas could just, I just don't want to think about race. That's like a
Yes.
woman. That's like a woman walking down a dark alley. I don't care that man. Like the fuck. You better know
But he-
that it's. Go ahead, Naquan, because I'm
They
just.
playing in your face because
ranting.
even in Canada they got sundown towns. The Canada government literally just put out a plan to combat combat racism. Like it's literally a whole plan that they plan on doing to. I guess it
Thank
would
you,
be
Alpha
like a
99
form of
for it.
DEIA, is which we would call in here. But yes, um, they're trying to combat this shit because even people out there know what a fucking sundown town is because they have them.
Can you give an example of a sundown town? Because I can't find any that exist in 2026 in the USA.
Okay, so let's do this because I'm tired of mediocre white people. Let's make a deal. Once I show you the map of sundown towns, you delete your fucking accounts and you stay out of black people's spaces and people that belong to the
People's
LGBTQ plus.
spaces.
Yes, this is a
We're
black
all
person
human,
space.
bro. We're all human.
No, this
People's
is a black
spaces.
person space.
You
This
gotta
is a
move
black
on
person
from that.
space.
We're not in the
Okay,
past
no,
anymore.
you don't get to determine that, white boy. You do not get to do that.
Cave
This is a
dweller.
black right. This is a black space, bitch. The fuck? I get to claim that shit because I am black. And I claim this space to be black. The people that is not black, I have welcomed into this community. But the black space, is the lead in this bitch. Everybody need to know that. The
Hey,
fuck?
Bill,
I am sharing my... No, stop. I'm sharing my space with you. I'm choosing to have you in here. Okay? Because there's some people that don't even talk to white people on they shit. Don't play with me, bro.
So this is a map of all the sundown towns that are still in the U.S. right now. I can also
you
pull
name
us.
one?
I can also pull us up in fucking Canada. Delete your accounts.
please
Stay
pull one up.
Stay the fuck out of black people's spaces.
Can you pull one up, Naquan, please?
Stay out of black people's spaces.
I'm just asking for one town
Yeah,
name.
no.
Just
It's
one.
the whole. Go look it up. Sundown map,
That
2026.
map is just a bunch of red dots. Can you give me a name of a
Sundown
town, please, or a
Sundown
city?
towns, 2026.
Can you give me a name of a town, please?
No,
We don't
Of
owe
course you
you
can't.
I
anything.
don't
We
know
don't
it's
give
not
a
about
fuck.
owing,
Hold
Queen
on,
Bee.
Naquan, hold on. We don't give a fuck about you.
Go back in your
We
claim.
don't give a fuck about you.
Go back.
We
your claim.
don't
That's
care
on
what
you.
happens to you. We don't
That's
want
on
you to
you.
be here.
That's
We want you to leave. We don't owe you
back
shit.
your
We're not
claim
going to
then.
show you shit. We don't owe you
lost the
anything.
debate.
We don't have to prove
You've
anything to you. You do not matter to
Traction out.
us.
You've lost it.
You need to remember where the fuck your place is, which is beneath
You've
us.
lost the debate.
No. You lost it because you keep coming up in here. We don't give a fuck about you. Ain't nobody gave a fuck about you. You're not important. Let me tell you straight up. You don't fucking matter.
So to
There,
anyone
you
that's
good?
yeah, he's dangerous, and if I catch him in the street, I'm going back to jail. I'm going back to jail because lying on having kidney failure and I lost my mom to that shit. I am tired of these mediocre ass people that sit here for attention. He originally was called out. I forgot. Was it who live was it for pretending to be gay so he can get on a panel? And then when they found out he wasn't gay, he like, oh, I couldn't get on no panel other way. Then he started lying about kidney failure. Thickless crashed out on him. And I think that was the first time I ever seen Thickless really, really crash out on somebody. Not the crash out that we normally see. Vic really crashed out on him. Like, crashed out on him that he could have lost his fucking account, crashed out on him. But to anyone that was saying, show it, show it, show it. Yeah, Sundown Maps, 2026. It'll tell you the ones that are a small portion of still Sundown. And then you have the real dark red ones that are 100% sundown towns. We still have them. Even in New York, upstate, we still have them. This is not nothing new. We still have them.
Yep.
The darker it get, the more of a sundown town it is. And then you have the flags. Those are towns of special interest.
Yep. Ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. And toss on how do they still exist? As long as racist white people exist, those towns will always exist. What did they do? Call the federal government, be like, hey, they don't exist anymore. What the fuck are you talking about? As long as they are around, these systems will always exist. They're going to find some way to redline. They're going to find some way to suppress voting. They're going to find some way, as long as those people with those type of ideologies and mentalities and more values, what they call values, as long as they continue to have those feelings, then we're going to continue to go down that route. That's why I said you don't get to, you as probably white get to say, hey, I don't even see racism don't exist to me. I don't get to do that. Naquan or Queen doesn't get to do that. Queen cannot raise her son and be like, race, don't see race. That's going to get him unalived. When a fucking police officer pull him over and maybe he's not in a good mood that day. And that's okay, but that shouldn't end his fucking life. That's the issue. I done seen white boys throw beer and shit at the motherfucking police and everything. Stop playing.
So if y'all use this map, you can actually click on a town. It'll literally tell you the city, whatever, and then it'll give you the population per year. It'll give you the breakdown of the population per year. As of 2020, this place only has 30, and it just became 30 in 2020. It could be less again because we don't do the census until 4 more years. But yeah, every dot you can literally click on. You can literally click on every dot and it will give you the whole breakdown. I'm tired of mediocre white people.
It's getting old. It's getting old. Just like earlier when they tried to get my account down. Like, again, y'all always think that y'all got one up on somebody. MAGA, you're not smart. You're not smart. You guys copy each other. But remember, every time you copy, you lose something. You lose some points there because it's copied from the original. You will never be the original. You would never be a Donald Trump. So that's why these copies of him is fucking trash. It's literal trash. They live in trash. Look at their houses. Clean on the outside, dirty on the inside. Hell, some both. Got diapers and shit all in the lawn and shit, but you want to talk about black people. Motherfucker, we hung our clothes up on a motherfucking wire on this fucking street, the fuck? And on our back porch. Y'all motherfucker put y'all couch on a fucking lawn. Sunbathing and shit like a whale. The fuck? Anywho, let's keep tapping the screen, y'all. And if you could help me get through these 2 chains, that would be great. So I can have gold all in my chain, gold all in my watch. Don't believe me, just watch. If you know, you know. And we have $55 left for the live goal, y'all. Mods, what's the math on that? What's some realistic math on that so we could get this ball rolling? Oh, thank you. Thank you.
So to the person that asked me, the
Corny,
black
you've been on
dot,
fire today. Thank you. Go ahead.
the black dots are black townships. It 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 could still be a black town, or it once was a black town with no population there whatsoever no more. But it's only like 4 of them on this whole
Thank
map.
you.
One is called New Africa, which I believe they have no population there at all. Nobody lives there. It was a old town.
Yeah, they have those in Illinois.
Yeah, it was a old town that used to be a black town. It's still a town. It's still there. It's just nobody live there no more. Not even the black people that was ran out of there. They don't live there no more.
Yeah. Yeah, this is what we have to deal with. And again, we're not playing victim. I just want to be clear. And just in case there's any white people that's deconstructing, that's like, well, you guys do kind of. I just want to be clear. We are successful, and I mean black people, not just talk about myself and Queen in the Corner, because we definitely is, but just talking about the diaspora. Okay, we are successful. The issue is that when we get to reach this pinnacle, y'all trying to stop it. Like, stop putting the barriers up. That's why it's racism. Again, we get to that system part. You continue to create a system. So what do I mean by that? Well, the companies implement something that's called DEIA. Now, of course, that's not just to benefit black people, but it is made it to where it was inclusive to all, which benefits black people. And I'm sure you all have heard the saying, if black people or people of color is winning, everyone is winning. Really think about that. Because if only a section of the population is winning, you can't complete that success, right? So if the entire population is succeeding, that's how you get to that. And companies saw that. That's why they saw record profit when they implemented this policy. And so, like Queen said, it benefited veterans, it benefited LGBT, it benefited disabled people, it benefited everyone. And racist white people looked at that and was like, too many black people has benefited from this. We're done. And a person like Donald Trump goes right on their command. And that's how you get there. And so it's just little things like that. So now you're taking out representation. Thank you for the bow. Now you're taking out representation. Or you go in neighborhoods. Again, they're not saying black neighborhoods, y'all. It's strategic. I told you all, they have sheets, they have statistics. Donald Trump has numbers that we don't even know about. That's how deep these analysts and stuff go down. They go down deep rabbit holes, y'all. They know the way that we're gonna think and everything. I'm not trying to be on no conspiracy type shit. This is real. And I'm telling you, they know that when they say that ID shit, they know that black people is around here don't have ID. They know that. So when they say, oh, you got to have an ID to vote, they know that they cutting off a section of the population. They know it's going to be difficult for people to take off of work to go sit at the DMV. You don't just go up and just go get an ID in 5 minutes. It takes a whole day. You have to plan that day out. So, they know this stuff. They are purposely creating these barriers. That's why they push back against making of election day a federal holiday. That should be easy. This is all strategic. And that's why we have that issue. Because when a person like Queen is trying to just live and make her 6 figures, she do not want to be bullied inside of her company. Because she was the black woman that spoke up inside of a meeting. Naquan don't want to be labeled the angry black man because he pushed back against something that he said, that his boss said. That's what we're looking for. But then Peter gets the benefit of the doubt. That's what we have an issue with. If my black son does something, he gets 10 years versus your white son gets 2 years or some probation. That's what we have an issue with. We didn't say that the black son shouldn't have did that. We didn't say that we should hold our black son accountable. We're saying that we want equal footing. We want to be judged on the merits. If I went to school for a degree and I am qualified for this job, it shouldn't matter that my hair is in locks. In white America, if I'm lying, then why do they have a bill out that you can't discriminate against black people with their hair? Why is that a law then? Yeah, why does that exist then? So that's what I'm saying. You guys are not about merit. This is a facade. You playing in our face. We've been qualified. But that's what they are afraid of. Remember how all of these amendments, the Second Amendment and all of that, all of this came from revolutions of black people doing something and them being intimidated by it. Look up Bacon's Rebellion. How white poor people and black enslaved people formed together to get the fuck out of there. And look how they resisted. Look at Nat Turner, what they did after that. Look how strategic the 14th Amendment is. How that's carefully worded. I mean, come on. And again, for the people, well, white people get all... Yes, it's always been like that. If you're poor and white, you get it too. They don't give a fuck about you. You're collateral damage. They know that in a system like this, some of y'all gotta, take the hit of it too, just so they could get to us. Does that make sense? They will put you there just to get to us. Go ahead, Queen. Go ahead.
Yeah, to give you an example, like if you look at our medical system, when they started testing for STDs, they found that upper middle class girls, I want to say around the age of like 12, I could be wrong, could be a little bit younger, were testing at like really high rates for STDs. They could not believe that it were white girls in their demographics at the time. All the doctors were white, predominantly middle, upper class. So instead of looking in the household as to how these little girls got these STDs, they actually said that the vaginal wall is so weak that you can get these type of diseases from like sitting on a cloth. So that's that whole myth of like you can get an STD from sitting on a toilet seat kind of came from. Mm-hmm. It wasn't until the 1990s, I believe, that for medical school that they actually said that if a child comes in with an STD, you have to assume that it was abuse. Before it wasn't. That's because they were like, I can't believe it's not poor white people or black people or immigrants that are having this problem. It's middle and upper working class white people. So like systemic racism literally harms every single person, including all the kids.
Yeah. Yeah, and this is part of too why I don't have the class fight with y'all. Like, and when I say y'all, I'm talking about Trump white uh racist ass voters. Again, we'll talk about if our side later. Because it's a deconstructing that needs to go on there too. But let's just stick to the topic. I'll talk about these, born fucking future fucking Proud Boys. This is why I don't have the class issue of, well, Naquan Queen, if we just fight classism and, we just fight the government, and the white leftists say this too, we could do this, promise you. But Queen has a great example about we had a chance to do this. And with the labor unions, y'all kicked us out. Y'all was like, black people, y'all gone. Yeah, we had a chance to fight classism numerous times together. You didn't want to do that. Martin Luther King talked about that. You killed him. So you're not talking about there's no class issue. They did that again. This is all strategic. They did that to keep y'all at bay while they do the work with us. You guys, that's your fight about classism. That's where cracker came from. A lot of white people think that's where black people came. I heard so many white people say that cracker came from black people because we said the N-word. That's not where that came from. That came from y'all own people. It came from rich white people looking down on white people and calling them crackers. Like, because it's a class thing. So when white leftists and shit say that, I'm not going nowhere with y'all. I feel like they're trying to take me somewhere. I'm like, I ain't going nowhere with y'all. Get your hands off of me. We find racism over here. Because as soon as y'all get what y'all want, I know what y'all will do. No. Nope. We fight racism. And no, we're not going to ever get rid of the mentality. You can't kill an ideology, but you could kill a movement. So you don't have to empower a movement. You literally could unalive it right at the foundation. That's a great start. A lot of black people that y'all love talking about, we will appreciate that. Make it to where we don't have to raise our kids to have a talk. The fact that the black people that's in this chat know what I mean by the talk is sad. That we have to have the talk with our children. Or the question, when did you realize you were black? Do you know what that means, white people? When they ask us that, when did you realize that you were black? That's because we didn't look at race as children. And as where we're going into our teens, we see what racism looks like. Most of us. That's what that means. When did you realize you were black? Because as children, we're innocent. We don't know. So there's your example to the person who just came up that don't see race. That's what happens. We get reminded every time that race still exists. That's why I asked him if I go, if I'm going off of his logic, then I should be able to go anywhere, anytime, any place, and say whatever I want to, it'd be okay. But I cannot do that. So therefore, I have to see race. If I'm in the middle of nowhere and we're driving to another state, and the Quan and Queen, I'm sure, would back me up on this, and some people in the chat, we don't just go pull off anywhere. Now, we don't know these areas, but we try to find the most lit area that we could, where is some people around. We don't do that. you know. And again, those are in white rural areas I'm talking about, not the hood. You know, because we know that racism exists out here. So that's honestly, y'all, how I've been feeling about. That's why I still have this prompt. I didn't think I would enjoy this prompt as much as I did. Honestly, y'all, I thought we was gonna do it for one day when me and Queen talked about it. I didn't know we was gonna keep going with this, but I do like this conversation. All right, thank you, Naquan. You know, I do think that it's important to have, and we could always relate it back to policies and stuff. But I hope you guys are seeing that. I just want even some of my white friends like to see, like, even though you might, I know that you might doubt it sometimes, like even as a black person, I'm like, do we talk no, no, don't let them do that to you, Will. That's what I say to myself. Keep talking about it. Sometimes, even as black people, you adapt, like, am I saying this because, no, don't let that happen. Queen taught me that, about that. Um, where as black people, we have to deconstruct. I didn't realize that.
No, it's decolonize.
Decolonize. Yes.
Yeah, white people need to deconstruct because, well, yeah, they just need to. Black, brown, and indigenous people, they need to decolonize, right? Because we've been, colonized. Like, if you think about, like, black people are not meant to even aren't even included in the term imposter syndrome. That doesn't exist for black people, because if you think about it, everything was created to make us feel like we are imposters anyway. So we don't have imposter syndrome. That is not a thing for us, right? If you're in an environment that was literally created to make you feel like you don't have a place in it, it's not you having a syndrome that you are out of place. You're literally always somewhere where you're meant to not fit in, right? So we have to decolonize our mindset on a lot of things. But for white people, they have to deconstruct, because when even if you think that you're like the most, like the best white, and you think that you're saying all the right things, stepping in, whatever, you're always going to be inherently benefiting from white supremacy. And if you're inherently always benefiting from it, you're going to be inherently racist and inherently a racist. And I want to start saying it that way, right? Like, no, like, you are a racist inherently because you're actively utilizing the system of racism inherently, whether you like it or not. And the question that I like to ask those that think that they're doing the good work, what is it that you are giving back to white supremacy for what you are getting? Like, what do you owe it? Remember I asked you that question?
Yep. About with men. Thank
Like,
you.
with
Thank
men,
you.
like, you are always going to be benefiting from the patriarchy inherently, whether you like it or not. So what do you owe the patriarchy for your benefits? So to white people, what do you owe white supremacy for your benefits? What are you giving it? Because from my point of view, it's not like dismantled. So you have to be giving it something. And that's a question to really sit with, to think, what are you actively doing that you might not, in your deconstruction, right? Like, what are you actively doing on a day-to-day that you don't realize is something that you're giving as you're paying your dues? When Miss Renee Good, may she rest, was taken, what they wanted you to do was they wanted you to give your compliance for your white privilege. They wanted all white people to just be okay with this occurring. Like, that's part of it. Not being active and putting yourself as a barrier if you have the ability to, when it came to like Black Lives Matter movements, right? That is, they wanted you not to get involved with that, right? I would even say, like, gay white men, They wanted you to not stand up for women when it came to the overturning of Roe v. Wade. And a lot of you didn't. Even I can even say the ones that aren't white, but we're talking about white people right now. So like those are the questions you want to ask yourself. Like, what do you give back to white supremacy in exchange for your white privilege? Because you are giving it something. It could be even by you being extremely well-mannered, right? Being like meek, not being loud. There's a reason why when it comes to women that the MAGA people don't like the loud white ones.
Hey, Chicky.
Those are usually the ones that they don't like. They're like you always say like the blue-haired, like septum piercing, opinionated, like loud white woman. But that's something to think about. That means that you're not sticking to the code or the agreement in which you're supposed to fall in line, I guess, as a white woman. So stop maybe being so fucking accommodating to white supremacy. Maybe that's something you can stop paying your dues for. I don't know. I'm just giving out some ideas, but that's something to like really think about when you're like on your consistent deconstruction journey.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's a lifelong journey, like Heather said in the chat. Like, I get it. It's a lot, especially when you have to push back against your family and stuff. I know that that's not easy, and I empathize with that, but yeah, we need to get to a place where it's not. I'm not gonna say like unified because I'm not hoping for that anymore because I don't know what that looks like, but at least to where we could just have a conversation and just keep it going because it's like it this country would be a lot better and be a lot further ahead if we would just stop thinking about shit like that. Like, again, black people is not the ones that try to segregate and do all of that. We didn't do that. When the when uh when the slaves were um so-called freed or whatever, a lot of them still were sharecroppers and things like that. A lot of them integrated with white people and shit like that, and they were not coons. They thought that this would be best for business, and a lot of them did make smart business moves, partnering with them and everything. And then a lot of them created generational wealth, which it looked a little bit back different then, where you could own, a little piece of something, where your grandchildren or something could own something that further the boom to having the Great Migration and, people moving up north, establishing businesses and things like that. Again, working with white people. When black people started having their own neighborhoods because we wanted to, flourish and make sure that our own neighborhoods were kept up and things like that. Resources were stripped away. Do you understand that? Resources were stripped away. I'm talking about education, healthcare, regular garbage and stuff services defunded. And then they were like, figure it out. And so what happened? Crime started going up. Poverty increased. Those businesses that I talked about, those black owned businesses, started crumbling. And then the ones that thrived, they burned them down. I'm not making this up. I mean, this is all history. We could all look back on this. So again, the pattern was the same back then. Black people trying to do their own thing, and here we go. That's why we talk about this. It's not because I'm a victim. There's white creators on here. There's black creators on here. I never said that I didn't get an opportunity to be a creator. Queen is very successful at her job. Aaron is very successful. Cred is successful at his job and loves what he does. Nobody is saying that. We just have an issue when we're in our glee that you try to pop our little bubble to remind us that racism still exists. and you try to remind us where our place is. And you do that by antagonizing our children, by pulling them over when you have no reasonable cause. Or you escalate something and you call 50,000 police officers and you just pull them over because the light was out in the license plate. That's what we have an issue with. And like I told people when I was very radical, when I was young, in my younger 20s, Queen, when white people start unaliving that disproportionate race like black people, then we can have the conversation. Now, I know that sounds radical, but it sounded a little radical for a police officer to kill you, right? So, again, until it start happening at higher rates, then we can have a conversation about that. And like I tell D all the time, because I'm, we talk about this even outside of this, because I know a lot of people think, well, with racism, Bill, some people be like, well, you can't hold any power. What if you have a store and you don't hire white people? That's still not racism. I'll do you one better. It could be a whole country that don't allow white people in. They still don't equivalent to systematic racism. And I am I right, Queen? That is still
Yeah, I mean, because why do they need to come to this one country?
right.
Like,
when you own 90% of the rest.
Like why do you have to have this one store? Like, but think about Ed Bowling, right? Remember Ed Bowling that I talk about during the Jim Crow era? He was able to be successful in spite of, and he was worth $500,000 in today's dollars. And even when he owned land and he rented it out to a white man, the white man was able to use the laws to steal his land. So he's like, I'm just going to lease it. But he ended up owning his own store, and he hired black people because, I mean, black people weren't getting jobs, and all the employees were black. And what did the white people do when it was successful? The sheriff and the Triple K came in and they unalived him in front of his family and then took his store. So, but like, did they not have access to other stores and being able to have other property? Yes. Like, them black people being in that one store did not stop them from being employed other places.
Right.
So
Right.
it's like one area of success. Black is there's like this thought for like this white thought that and I'm not talking about a specific person when I say white thought. I'm not saying THOT. I'm saying like the thoughts, like thoughts in your brain. There's this white thought that like the opposite of like white failure is black success, and that like having rights and like being able to have what's the word I'm looking for, being able to be successful in this country or anything is like a pie, and it's limited. Like it's like what, like only so much slices for certain people, and white supremacy is saying like only white people can have all the slices of the pie, when in reality it's unlimited. Like we all can have rights and benefits and be able to be successful. It doesn't have to be hoarded by just one group. And white success shouldn't be dependent on the detriment of everybody else. And if that's what you need to be successful, then you maybe should reflect on your skill sets and abilities if you're really talking about merit, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep. I agree 100%. I agree 100%. Okay, y'all keep tapping the screen. We just having a black ass conversation. And W's to the my white friends in the chat, y'all, who understand. All right, that makes me think that y'all doing the deconstructing. So thank you so much, cause y'all know who I'm talking about. Y'all know who I'm talking about. and it's getting so old. It's getting so old. I'm just curious for anybody that's white in the chat. Did you guys automatically for that if you have family members that voted for Trump, did you know that they was gonna do it, or did you get surprised? Because we just kind of expected, but did some of you get thrown off like, whoa, maybe I'm not as close to this motherfucker as I thought? Or was y'all like, I knew that motherfucker. I knew my cousin was racist, so I knew I knew when Trump came around that he was probably gonna go work for him damn near. Also, y'all knew it was coming. They didn't even have to tell you. Damn. So did they act like this before Trump? Did they say like, you know, microaggressions and stuff like that? You know? Wow. Wow. I know that made some of y'all feel so uncomfortable. Like, what the fuck? Yeah, that's really fucked up.
Are any of them wealthy? Not rich.
Oh, that's
wealthy.
a good question.
Are any of them wealthy? Because rich and wealthy are not anywhere near the same thing. We have two wealthy. So all y'all got wealthy ass parents. What the hell, y'all better help them with that $45 gift card.
Queen. Oh my gosh. They
Well,
cut him off probably. They probably cut him off. That's a good question, Carrie. Right, were they all men? Yes, that's a good question. Any women that voted for Trump in y'all family? I have 0 women that voted for Trump in my family. 0. They were all men. Okay. I don't know a lot of women, honestly, y'all personally, that voted for Trump. I know one woman.
I know a cool amount. And it's because they say this. There wasn't another option biblically, which is the craziest shit I've ever heard in my life.
So we're going with that one. Okay. We're going with that one. Wow. Yo, sister, what, Craig? That's wild.
You didn't know that?
No.
Oh.
Honestly, I thought my little brother was going to vote for him. Because he scared me during the election. He was like, Israel. Y'all forgive me for this, but I was like, first of all, Leo, you don't give a fuck about no Israel. You don't give a fuck about no Gaza. I'm like, you need to stop. You going off of what you heard. And he started laughing. I was like, tell me 2 things about the Gaza in you know what situation. Tell me 2 things. And then he started laughing. That's why I'm like, stop playing with me and go vote before we end up with a fascist, and we still did. But at least I was getting the word out. Man, that's fucked up. I think my cousin voted for Trump, but he don't want to tell me. Cause he know I'ma drag him if I ever find that out. But I do think my cousin voted for him though. Tasa, I voted for Kamala. I'm like, her name is literally Kamala. That's how I know you voted for Trump. Some fucking Kamala. All right, y'all. Let's keep doing all of the good things. I'm here for a little bit, not for a long time, or whatever the fuck Erica Badu said.
I'm here for a good time, not a long time.
Right. We got these crowns, y'all. Put these crowns on me, and we got $45, y'all. This is easy cake for this block. We just got $45 left on the live goal, y'all. Pay links are in the link in bio if you want to help finish me off this afternoon. What's the math, Heather? What's the math on this? You a nurse, you smart. What is the math on this? All right, y'all. We got two more. I said four more. I lied. Oh, Claudia, I did not know you was in here. You haven't been commenting. I didn't see you in here. So you picked up the phone just to say something? She literally picked up the phone just to say something and probably put the phone back up. Oh, Heather, if 3 people sent $15, now I'm asking for a lot there, Heather. Good Lord. Good Lord. Hey, Dan.
Hey, what's going on?
How are you?
I'm good. Two things helped finish me off was crazy, and two, I have 2 3-time enthusiastic Trump voter parents.
Oh my God.
Mom and dad.
Okay, so I'm about to dissect you real quick because I know you don't mind because honestly, Dan,
I just work here.
Do you like white people, Dan?
I despise whiteness. I like some white people.
Okay, because I was like, y'all, I don't think Dan like y'all, cause he be saying some shit that I ain't never heard white people say. But Sick of Society, thank you for the 5 said, here for a short time, not a good time. Is that how I go?
Things here for a good time, not for a long time.
And Jonah, when you gonna change your name, Daddy? Thank you so much for the 45. Said for the block. And see, that's what I like. I like that Jonah put for the block. That makes me feel good as a creator. You know, yeah, it's my goal, but I hope you guys see, like, I donate to other creators, I gift other creators, I buy equipment, and I buy alcohol. You know, but it's kind of like, yeah, for the block. I appreciate that, Jonah. Now y'all, I need to clock y'all tea if y'all don't mind. Put a 1 in the chat if I could clock y'all tea. I'm not like Naquan. I don't like yelling at y'all, but I do need to say something. I do need to clock this tea. Can I clock y'all real quick? And I don't know if y'all noticed, but I'm just giving y'all some feedback. And y'all probably do it to other content creators. And I'm just saying. Now, y'all know that I am not a greedy bitch. Okay? But a lot of times, like, when we finish the goal, like, the engagement kind of slow down. And I'm not just here to make the goal, like, y'all. Like, I would still like the show to keep going. So don't stop the show. Like, once we finish the goal, like, the taps be slowing down, the shares slow down. Like, no, y'all, like, remember, we're in this for the real reason. So the goal is just so Bill could survive and be on here. Once that get done, depending on how long it takes us to reach it, you know, we continue on with the show. We keep tapping, you know, we keep sharing, we keep commenting. I look for more Trump supporters. We stay in the algorithm. You guys still knock out the goals. You know what I'm saying? You know, I didn't want to say nothing, but I've been kind of thinking that for a while. I'm like, y'all, you know. Okay, I'm done. I hate giving feedback. So Queen knows this. So I'm feeling nervous now. Claudia just did something that really just helped out. Claudia, thank you for the 20. Said PTO is not approved for the rest of the year. Damn. Queen, I'm sorry. I'm gonna have do you have a setup to where I could go live in October? Can't take no more PTO. So I'm gonna have to go live when we on our block trip. I gotta listen to the people. Thank you guys so much. And I was just gonna say something about a makeup live, cause y'all know I've been on vacation. I was yesterday we was just 27 short, and now we just 7. Because y'all see I didn't go live. Did y'all even notice I didn't go live in the daytime on Tuesday? Did y'all even notice? So I just
ruined
need
my
to...
entire week, Bill.
Oh, okay. I know you did, Wow Honey. Wow Honey. Oh, Wow Honey, can you tell people what you do when I schedule my YouTube? Can you put in a chat? What do you... Oh, Claudia, you did too. Claudia, what do you... Wow Honey is the only person that does it. All right, y'all. We got $7 to make up. Thank you, Claudia. It was $27, but we got $7 to make up. So if anybody want to top that off, that'd be great. Oh, you know what? Sick of Society sent 5. So it's $2. I told you I'm not a greedy bitch. Yes. She put, I always notice I got the schedules in my calendar. I set a notification for the tube, so it has me waiting. All right. So when I schedule it, y'all could put waiting in a thing. All right. Be like Wow Honey, y'all. Show me that you love me. Queen, you got sent that potato. I don't know if you want to acknowledge it. Yo, Queen probably washing dishes or something. Queen be doing a whole lot of everything when I'm live. I'm gonna start doing that to her though, because when she live, you know, I don't clean up, and I use her as an excuse actually to not do anything. I'd be like, D, you know I
Hello?
work at...
Hello? What I do? What I do? I had to walk away. What are we saying? What are we doing to me?
I was just trying to rage bait you.
I heard black woman slander, so I reflexively plugged my ears.
He did. He ain't say shit.
Bill,
He
out
ain't
of
behind
all
my back.
things, dude, I've had enough. I've gone through enough.
I said that you be cleaning up and doing everything when I'm live. I was like, I use you as an excuse when I'm live.
You sent me a potato?
Mm-hmm. That's why I had
that's so sweet. Oh, thank you, Heather. I appreciate you. Well, I'm sorry. You don't want to. I got a Vietnamese coffee. It's too late for it, but I got it anyway. Don't get, it is what it is. I'm on.
It's like 4 o'clock where you at.
It's almost 5. I'm gonna be out.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be out.
Hey, Black Dragon. Okay. Lauren, thank you for the 5 said. Bill, thank you for all you do. Lauren, I appreciate you. Lauren, thank you for the ongoing support. You are another consistent person that just came through one night and you came back. Lauren, is it you that I said that I was unhinged that night and I was like, she ain't coming back? Or was that you, Claudia? It was one of y'all. I was like, y'all, she ain't coming back because I was so unhinged. Heather, thank you for the $2. Said, say it with me. I am not a greedy bitch. W's. Victoria, that was you. Yes, Victoria, thank you for still coming back, girl. I need the support, girl. Okay. I need it. Yes, but you guys could put a notification on the YouTube. Now, guys, don't forget, on YouTube, you're going to be in the past. It's a little bit of a lag. But as long as it's not buffering or skipping, join me on the tube. Get those watch hours in. Help me get there. Fuck. I need help getting there. I need like 1,200 hours. Who got me? Just turn it on in the back, low volume, and walk away or fall asleep or do something with your partner. If he's a minute man, have him go again. Let me tell you something about men. And then I'm gonna let Dan go because I'm just ranting today, y'all. Y'all can tell I feel good, right? Put a 1 in the chat if you know I'm feeling better. Cause y'all know I'm just talking today. Let me tell you something about men. If they a minute man, ladies, sometimes that's not bad. Okay? I know that turned you off. It turned me off when I first experienced it too. But it's not our fault that we got that good. Okay? It's not our fault. Because if he take too long, I'm questioning that too. Did you do something before you got to me, nigga? Or are you just an average ass nigga that I need to just get away from? Right? So don't get mad all the time. It's not your fault. Now test this theory, ladies, if you haven't already. And put a 1 if you know this. Sometimes Minuteman could go multiple times. So technically, are they a Minuteman? I don't know. But they could go numerous times. So I could take that. If 1 minute, okay, fine, nigga. But if I smoke and then you right doing it again, I could take that. You know? What, guys? I'm doing sex ed. They literally teach you this in school. You know? So it's not always a bad thing. But this is another thing too. All men, I'm talking to you. All of this, I could go for 3 hours. Nigga, don't nobody want you humping on them for 3 hours. Don't you say that shit to your homies. And I'm telling you now, your homies, whoever said that to you is lying to you. That nigga ain't go 3 hours. He ain't go 3 hours. That nigga gave up in 3 minutes. Okay? We was just laughing and flirting for 3 hours. I don't want somebody humping on me for no motherfucking 3 hours. That's not a flex, guys. It's not. Now, this is what I'm going to land with. And I know some people is I know that. It's okay. Now, this is what I'm going to land with. The nervousness, it depends. I mean, if a person like me act nervous with a woman, they might like that. I'm cute. You could take advantage of me. I'm just that, queen. I think she would just have me for the wolves. And that's fine. I want that as a man. Okay? But if you talking your shit and you got all these muscles and you doing all of this and then you nervous, nigga, you gotta go. You gotta go. Because you was talking all that shit in front of your homies and you was talking all that shit while we was texting. And now that you in front of me, you acting nervous, nigga. You gotta go. Okay, this is the last thing and I promise. It's okay to be a hoe. Now, some of you are celibate and that's fine. I think you should stick to that because, God gonna strike you down if you don't. But if you are in your whole era, that's fine. Niggas do it all the time. It's okay.
Bill, are you trying to get us canceled?
What? I'm just saying. Look. We never really dive into this. I am an expert on relationships.
Bill.
And okay, all right. My executive producer's up here, y'all. I'm done. Technically, Cred, it's not a morning show because I have one show, so I gotta,
Okay, we in the mid-afternoon, but I gotta talk to the FCC now about this.
But Shane, am I lying about anything?
No, but that's not the point.
So when are we supposed to talk about this? In Discord?
I don't know. Yes, on a voice channel.
Okay. All right, y'all. I'll continue this chat on the voice channel then. My executive producer said I can no longer discuss this. Chat, I apologize. This is supposed to be a political live. I thought I was doing some educating. I thought we was just talking, but I know it's the daytime and y'all have y'all kids and shit. And so they can't hear all of this, so I'm sorry.
Yeah, people got kids in the car, having to turn their volume down.
All right.
Well, Bill, if we're transitioning to politics after those tariffs, we all got to sell a bit. You know what I mean?
Daniel.
Yes. I thought I was eating, honestly. I thought I was, but I get it. I get it. We have a job to do or whatever.
Are you trying to stay on the air? Are we trying to get renewed for another season? What are we doing?
I want to get renewed for season 3. All
Y'all
right.
made me have to come up here again.
Okay. Fine. I'm dropping them down.
Love you, Shane.
Y'all meet me in Discord after this. We gonna finish our discussion. But I'm just trying to. All right, ladies, I understand what you're going through. All right, anywho, y'all, let's finish this up. It's 7:00. I schedule myself until 7 because I am a professional. All right, but I do honestly want to thank y'all for sticking in. I was just having a little bit of fun. But I am happy that you guys stuck in with me. And we really didn't have a lot of debates. And you guys were still very much engaged. So I hope that you enjoyed the conversation. Put a 1 in the chat if you enjoy my rants. I didn't mean to go on a rant like that, but if you enjoyed that, I could do that again because I have nobody else to talk to. Dan, is there anything else that you wanted to say?
Well, I only came up here to center myself so I could get some free therapy about my triple-time Trump voting parents, but I see how it is. I'm gonna go vote for Republicans now. I feel betrayed.
Yeah. No, Jasmine, he's just joking. I ain't really in trouble. Yeah, Dan. So was your parents always like that when you were growing up?
By the way, I just work here. I'm kidding, but I'm happy to answer any questions you have. If you gotta go, get on.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we'll talk about that next time because I do want to dive deep. But we did go on a whole nother thing, y'all. Can we finish these crowns before I go? Did I earn that, y'all? Did I earn that? And guys, don't forget tomorrow we will be back here for our double session. Lord Jesus. Let me shut down YouTube. How many people is over there? Is it anybody even over there? Are we even on?
I got you, Bill.
What the hell? Y'all, was we even live on the tube? Oh, yeah, we live. Okay. No, it's just one show today, but Cred would be live. Make sure you guys go support Cred. Cred would be live at 9:30 Central Time. All right. So make sure that you guys support that black man. Okay. All right, y'all. I'm going to shut